Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are live after 5 a.m. and I am here with my first period class. And these guys are a whole bunch of awesome. And it is St. Patty's Day. Everybody pinch that person next to you. Say, whoop, whoop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to upgrade our app today. I'm going to show you how to do variables, very important. And I'm going to show you how to do sliders, which are very cool. All right. Um, Before we begin, are there any questions before we begin about what we're doing? Okay. Okay, I got a question for you. What's better than 3 color buttons? 100. What's better than 100 color buttons? What's better than 100 color buttons up top? All the ones you can, right? 16,777,216 different colors. Who's ready to give them choices between 16,777,216 different million colors? Give me some love here if you're ready. All right, here we go. So, what I'm going to do is go grab, and I'm going to change my GUI today. Okay? We need 3 sliders. One for red, one for green, and one for blue. Okay? So here we go. I'm going to go get a layout. And I'm going to go get a vertical arrangement. And next to it, I'm going to put another vertical arrangement. But guess what? It doesn't go vertical. Okay, so how do I do that? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to delete that guy. That's not going to work. All right, so this guy is going to go with fill parent. And the background color, I'm going to give it a background color right now. I'm going to go this little cayenne color. There we go, cool. All right, next in here, I'm going to put in, I need a label next to a slider. All right, so what does that mean? That means I have to put in 3 horizontal arrangements. 1, 2, and 3. And don't worry, our screen's going to get a little funky monkey here, but we're going to fix it. Are you with me on that? Give me thumbs up. You understand we're going to fix it. I'm not going to leave it crazy like this. All right. This guy is with fill parent. This guy over here is with fill parent. This guy over here is with fill parent. Background color is none. Background color is none. Yeah, let's do background colors. Let's do a background color. Let's go red here. All right, right here, let's go green. We're gonna have some fun. And this one, what do you guess what this one's gonna be? Blue. Blue. I'm gonna go because these are my RGB, so I am gonna go RGB here. So you know that I'm doing red, green, blue here. All right, now I'm gonna go back to my user interface, and I'm gonna put in a slider and a label on the right hand side because you want to display what number you're sliding to. Okay? And I'm going to do the same thing for the green and blue box. Okay? I'm going to go get a slider and I'm going to go get a label. In the blue box, I'm going to go get a slider and I'm going to go get a label. Okay? Who understands what I'm doing here? All right, let's go ahead and name some of this stuff. I'm going to call this top one VA my colors. Vertical arrangement holding my colors. This guy is going to be renamed HA red, horizontal arrangement for red. This guy down here is going to be named HA green, horizontal arrangement for green. And this guy is going to be called HA blue. Anybody want to guess? Blue. Okay. This guy right here, the slider is going to be named SLD red. This label is going to be renamed LBL red. Now, do you guys see why we need to name our stuff? So look at my naming convention here. Okay. I have HA red, SLD red, and LBL red. They're all referring to red, but are they the same name? Are all 3 of those the same name? Hello? Are all 3 of those the same name? No, they're all different. Why? Because I have 3 letter prefixes, or 2, HA, right? I have letter prefixes that makes them be different. Are you with me on that? HA red is different than SLD red, which is different than LBL red. Who understands what I'm doing here? You don't? All right, I'm going to go back and explain it. Now, just watch here. Everybody stop doing what you're doing. Just watch here for 60 seconds, and then I want you to go back and do it. All right? I'm going to give you time to do it today. We got all class just to do these 3 things here, and it's only going to take us 10 minutes. So you got 37 minutes to do everything else. All right? So just chillax here. Get some popcorn out and watch. Are you ready? This slider is real tiny, and it will stay really tiny if you don't make its width fill parent. So the most important thing is you're going to come over here and go width fill parent. Okay? Now, as you slide it, the colors will change. So I get more color is going to be on the left, and less color is going to be on the right. Okay? Fill parent, the max is going to be 255. That's going to be the biggest number we can go to. Are you with me on that? And the smallest number is going to be 0. All right? I'm going to go to my label. I'm going to rename it LBL red. And its text is going to start out as 0. And that's about the only thing I want to do there. Okay, maybe make it a little bit bigger. There you go. That looks better. 16's better. All right. Let's go ahead and do that now. Who understands what I just did there? Okay. When you set a slider, you want to set its width to fill parent, make it stretch out. If not, it's going to be really tiny and you can't even slide. It's going to be like the size of an ant. Okay. You want to make its width go to fill parent. You want to make its max 255, its min 0, so you can choose a color between 0 and 255. You're going to slide it over and choose a color, okay? Min is 0, thumb position I don't care about. Let it start at 30, that's fine. All right, let's go ahead and do that for the next sliders. So this guy, I'm going down to my green. I'm going to rename it SLD green. The color on the left is going to be green. Color on the right is going to be white. And the max is going to be 255. The min is going to be 0. And that's good. Okay. Width, fill parent. Stretch it. Go down to the label. Set its value to 0. And I guess its font size is 16. Okay. Let's go down to our next. I didn't rename the label, so I'm going to go rename LBL green. Okay. Excellente. One more. Slider. Rename SLD blue. The color on the left is blue. Color on the right is 0. Width. Fill parent. Max 255. Min 0. And let's go rename the label LBL blue. Text is 0. Font is 16. There we go. Done. Okay. About 5 minutes to simplify this for people. All right, some of that went over like a lead balloon. Are you with me? So I'm going to simplify this. If you understand this and you like it the way I have it, leave it. Okay? If you don't, I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to take this and put it into my vertical arrangement. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all these. Because I can't get this done without it. I can get this done without it. The only problem now is that people aren't going to visually see that that's a red, green, and blue slider. Okay? Which is what I don't like about that. All right? So, if you just have 3 sliders, SLD red, green, and blue, in a vertical arrangement, who can do that? 3 sliders in a vertical arrangement. Who can do that? Okay, if you can do that, we can get this done. Are you with me? And then what I'll do is, do you guys see where it says screen 1? I will display the RGB values inside of screen 1. Instead of it saying screen 1, it's going to say, it's going to look like this. Instead of saying screen 1 up here, we'll go, it's going to look like this, RGB 244, 66, 125, parentheses and commas like that. I can do that and display it up there. Are you guys with me on that? Okay, is that easier if we do it that way? So you got two choices, A or B there. Okay, I don't care which one you understand. Remember, your brain has to understand it, right? If your brain doesn't understand it, it ain't gonna work for you. Are you with me? Because your brain's not like my brain, and your brain's not like the person next to you. Your brain has to understand it. Are you with me? Okay, you guys with me on that? Here we go. Okay, coding. Box. Stay with me here. This is an exciting day because this is your first time coming up with variables. Okay, why do we do variables? Okay, let me tell you. You guys don't know, so I'm going to tell you. Okay, I'm going to answer my own question. We do variables, okay, when we want to remember something. So let's say you're playing Pac-Man. What would you want to remember when you're playing Pac-Man? What do we display on the screen and we remember? His score? Do we remember how many lives he has? Do we remember which player's playing? Could we have like a player 1 and player 2? Could we know their name? So if you want to remember their name or their score or how many lives they have, you need a variable for that. Okay? So just think when you're creating a program, do I want to remember that name or number or value? Do I want to remember their score? Okay? We may or may not get this done. Are you with me? I'm going to try. Okay? So who understands variables when you want to use them? If you want to remember something, you create a variable. Who can say that? Remember it, variable. Okay? So right now, I want to remember 3 things. The red value, the green value, and the blue value. You understand that? Because I want to remember these 3 different numbers here. Are you guys with me on that? Okay, is that cool? You guys remember that? All right, here we go. Wow, it's a 47-minute class, and we got a 12-minute video going. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. So you're going to go to your variables box. Do you guys see the variable box? Thumbs up if you see the variable box. Click on it and go grab the top one that says initialize global variable name 2. We're going to give it a name. Guess what I'm going to call it? Red value. Okay? And the red value, I'm going to teach you this right now, is either going to start out as a text or a number. Okay? Which one do you think this one's going to start out as? Red? Is it going to be a text like a name, or is it going to be a number? This number. Why is it going to be a number? Because it's color value, right? They go 0 to 255. Who remembers that? Copy and paste that. And this down here is going to be the green value. Started at 0. The next one's going to be the, anybody want to guess what this one's going to be called? Blue value. Okay. Congratulations. You just created your first 3 variables. And now I can remember the red, green, and blue value. Okay. Thumbs up if you have those 3 created and you kind of get it. Okay. Global means you can use it anywhere in the program. Anywhere you want to remember red, green, and blue, you can remember it and use it. Okay? Who's ready to go? We cool? Everybody good? Everybody good? All right, here we go. So now let's go do our sliders and let's remember our values with the sliders, okay? So I'm going to click on my slider red, and there is an SLD position change. When you change the slider position, you guys slide it left and right, right? Okay. What I want to do is set my variable. So go to your variables and set it. And I'm going to set, since I'm in red, I'm going to set the value to the thumb position. And if I remember, I think we have to go to math, and I think we have to round this down. I think we got to round it because I think it's a decimal point, and we don't want decimal points here. We want whole numbers like 0 through 255. So put that round in there, and I think it rounds. Yeah, you could either do ceiling or floor. So like a ceiling, it rounds it up to the ceiling, and the floor rounds it down to the floor. Does that make sense? So ceiling, you go up, round up. Floors, where are the floors at? Floors are below you, right? So floors, you round down. Ceilings, you round up. You just make a pick on whichever one you think you want to do. I think I'm just going to use the round. Okay. Yeah. So what? Right here. Hover over it. Get the thumb position chart. That's in slider red. Go to slider red. That's in there. Okay. You guys with me? And now, once you slide the slider, all you have to do is change your background color, right? So I'm going to go to my canvas. Okay, where's my canvas at? Canvas pick frame. Remember how we did this yesterday? We changed the paint color. Where's my paint color? All right. Change the paint color to, and we're going to go back to our color box, make our color. Okay, but instead of putting 0, 0, and 255 in here, I'm going to go back to my variables box, and I'm going to get my red value. I'm going to get my green value, and I'm going to get my, anybody want to guess what the last one is? Not green. What's it going to be? Blue. RGB, blue. Okay. And now I want to do one more cool thing here. Do you guys remember how we had this orange box here? I don't want it to stay orange. I want to color it to the color that I have, right? So I'm also going to color this box so that when I slide, remember this guy here? When I slide, the box changes. See that box on the left, how it changes? You guys with me on that? That's what I want my background box to do. So they can see what color they're choosing, so they get the color that they want. This is not the mystery color here where they get some random color. Are you with me? They get to pick this color. Okay. So I'm going to go to my VA My Colors, and I'm going to set its background color to this exact same thing here. This is just a simple duplicate. Okay. And now, oh boy, here we go. And now what I want to do, I want to go to my screen one. Remember you said you wanted me to print it out. So I'm going to go to screen1.title, and I'm going to put in a text box. And I got to use my first time join box here, and I'm going to put in a text. So I'm going to say RGB parentheses, and I'm going to do a bunch of joins now. This is going to be a little complex here because this is an upgrade day. Okay. So I'm going to put in my variable, get the first color, which is red. And then I'm going to put in a quote box here. And I'm going to put in a space, comma, space. This is going to be professionally done. Okay. And then I can go get this guy. And the next value is a green value. And then you put this guy down here again. And then you need another join. And I need 2 more joins, okay? And then down here, I'm going to put in a blue value. And then I'm going to end it with parentheses. Nope. I don't want a comma in there. I just want a parentheses. Okay? Okay? Now, here's the cool thing. Do you think that the blue slider and the green slider are going to be similar to this slider? Yeah. Guess what I have to do here now? Duplicate. And I'm done. Watch this. Right click. Change. Okay. This is going to be the green slider. This is going to be the global green value. This is going to be, all that stays the same. I'm done. I think I'm done. That's it. That's all you have to change. Done. All right, so I'm going to do this again. Duplicate. Which one's this going to be now? This one's going to be the blue slider, and this one goes to blue value. And all of that stays the same. Done. Okay, that's it. That looks like a lot, but remember, it was really only like us doing one. Are you with me? Because the other two are exactly like the one with two slight changes on it. Okay? So let me enlarge this for my viewers. There's my three variables, right? There's my first slider, slider red. And then you're going to copy and paste and get green and blue. Okay? Time's up. I'll put this video out there. If you missed it, you can check it out over the weekend. Finish this up, and then I'll get grades on it first thing on Monday morning, okay? Monday morning. Yeah. This was supposed to be due today. I was supposed to get grades today. Are you with me? Okay. So this app is finished. At least I'm finished with it, okay? This app is finished, all right? Have a nice day. We'll see you.